Okay, now we're ready. See, sometimes what happens, I just went to grab my glasses and they were in my hand. Sometimes what happens is like I wake up and everything's good, and
yeah.
And I start the stream like right at 8:50. That's like ideal. And then with the stream, we're on camera at 9. And like that's the best outcome. Sometimes I'm running a little behind, but I'm like, we'll still be on at 9. So then I do a decreased timer, which is what I did today. Mm-hmm. However, sometimes what it needs to be is the full 10-minute timer just starting at 8:55 or whatever. Which is what I should have done today, but I didn't.
Are one of those for me?
However many you want is for you.
The dinosaur.
There you go.
Find the zenith of zesty with Tiny Eddie's Noel Nacho Niblets.
This insinuates Christmas nachos, which presumably have like red and green toppings on them, and also they're tiny. That was a bit
so like when you look really close at Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yes. That was a bit from Ninmanig, who says, "What do you suggest I eat on?" And it just says C, but I'm going to assume that means Christmas. On Christmas, a traditional treat is nachos with
The zenith of zesty.
I'm trying to think of like what do you put?
8 a.m. Santa's coming.
Santa!
Thank you, Chaz.
Chaz said, "My present for you this year is no Will Ferrell shouting, 'You're welcome.'" So instead we get Santa.
See, I thought our gift from Chaz arrived next week.
We are getting a gift from Chaz next week, which is exciting. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it. But what about Gun? Truly, the gift is Gun.
Was that the Santa from, like the stop animation? Rudolph?
Was it? I assumed that it was just like
computer
text to speech.
Chess says, "Wow, good call."
How do you do that?
That was one of my favorite movies as a child.
That was.
I don't know why, but I loved Bambi and I loved that movie.
I mean, that's fine.
I should answer this.
Go. So that was, first off, 300 bits from Lost Vagabond, who said, "Santa real?" And then 666 from Squid, who says, "Merry early Christmas from Satan."
Santa's coming.
Santa!
Santa! We watched Die Hard 1 and 2. Mao hasn't seen 3. But 3 doesn't take place at Christmas, so I'm like, I guess we won't watch that right now. I already talked about how we watched Rare Exports, but I would love to watch more Christmas films. It's been a while since I've seen Christmas Vacation, and that is like one of my favorite Christmas movies, because we used to watch that with my family like a fair bit, so I should watch that again. Anyway, let me keep reading these things. We had 23 months from Umami Meow. 300 bits from Satsy. It says, "Hi everyone, I'm not actually here. Today is travel to another town for Christmas Day. Have fun everyone and stay safe. Merry Christmas." Well, Merry Christmas to you, Satsy, also, and I hope that your travel goes well. You'll hear this later, because you're not actually here. We got 33 months from Genesis, 56 from Spark Strike 13, and some sort of wonderful Eddie.
For the season of giving, relish the explosive energy of Tiny Eddie's audible peppermint drained water elixirs.
start at the bottom. It's an elixir. It's drained of water, so I guess it's not very wet. And it contains audible peppermint. Peppermint so focused with flavor that it makes noise. It's a loud explosion. It's the explosive energy that you can hear. Tiny Eddie's audible peppermint drained water elixir. That was 1,000 bits from Gamer Girl Life. Says Tiny Eddie, what should I eat today in celebration of my best friend getting engaged and asking me to be her bridesmaid? That's awesome. Congrats to her. And I guess also congrats to you, and I hope that goes well. I guess that's being asked ahead of time, because my first thought was like, wow, that's gonna happen, but like that's probably like a few months or a year away. Neat. I mean, you could eat loud peppermint elixirs. I don't like peppermint as a drink. I really don't. Like, anytime I've had like peppermint tea, I'm like, I don't like this. But peppermint as a concept is fine. Like, I love like a York peppermint patty. But I don't, when it's a drink, I'm like, ah. Haley says, I mean, we asked you to be our marriage witness like that day. It's true. It's true. I don't, that's not like the standard, but yes, that can happen. Haley and Alex, thinking about getting married today. You want to like be our witnesses? And we're like, sure. Sure, do that. We got 5 months from Two Sleepy Cats, 11 months from PF Dog, 23 from Star Wars Trekkie, 62 from Renee, 12 months from Ming Ming 4191. That is a 1.
10 a.m. Santa's coming to
Santa!
Santa. 49 months from Lord Baumeister. Jay Lineback gifted a sub to Slouch Reminder. I'm sitting up pretty straight at the moment. I mean, it could probably be like slightly better, but it's pretty good. Hold on. Got like an extra inch doing that. But I do appreciate the reminders. 18 months from Neon Curbs. 100 bits from Ice Nuke. 100 bits from Storms 002. God, 'tis the season. Once a reindeer is exiled. That was 500 bits from Full Metal Grizzly. Says Christmas Vacation is a special movie to me, not only because it's great, but I also mess with people by telling them I'm related to Clark Griswold because my last name is also Griswold, and some people actually believe it. Do they know it's not a documentary? Like, it's a fictional movie. So anyone that believes that, I'm like, well, you've seen Christmas Vacation. I think you watched it for the first time with me.
We watched it together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that again. Soon. It's very good. Straw Skipper says, wildest documentary I've ever seen. Paul, wait, it's fictional? I mean, like, technically it's fictional, but the spirit of a person who is way too into decorating their house, that's real. That part is a documentary. And also, there's other parts of that movie that are very real too.
Yeah, there are.
Depending on what your family is like, what your relatives are like, that movie could hit very close to home. We had 34 months from The Slick Duke. 300 bits of MemTap. It said, Stephen Malchaz in chat, this is my last breakfast stream for 2023 since I will be heading to the Colt State to visit my sister for Christmas. I want to thank you all so much for supporting me during this unbelievable year of major transitions. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, MTAPid. I hope you enjoy North Carolina. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess it's a big state. I see we got rid of Will Ferrell screaming, but the kid screaming is still here.
That's for next year to change.
Oh my god. Nintendo 64. Those 640 bits from Ryan B06 who says, this Christmas 640 Chaz? That's true. That's true. At least one like breakfast stream of every Christmas season, chat has decided like that kid's gonna scream a lot, and then like almost the entire breakfast stream is just the kid screaming. And then also people trying to get the Will Ferrell scream, but now they can't do that. Will Ferrell doesn't scream no more. Ryan, thank you. Also, I hope everyone gets the Nintendo 64 for Christmas. Haley says, if I send you the video clip of my brother getting his Sega, will you include it as an alert? Yes. Like, with his permission, yes. Absolutely. We have 51 months from Lixrin. 300 bits from Microwave Dallas who says, so I finished a pair of documents that chronicle ending phrases and pictures from your Broken Picture Phone games. The pictures document has a special twist, so that if you ever want to do another continuing old books video, you don't have to go through all the footage. I just need to figure out doc sharing. Amazing. That's cool. Yeah, you can put that into like a Google Doc and then click share, and then you can like tweet that to me. That would work. Neat. Yeah, we've done that at least once, but I think we might have done it twice. I think we've done continuing old books twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be helpful. We'll probably do it again. Haley says, look, my brother is cool. Plus he wants the kids to like you still anyway. Yeah, I'm fine on that front. We're not appealing to the generation he thinks that we
should be appealing to.
Yeah, we're just crotchety. And that's fine. Oh shoot. Remind me. 24 months from Nilla Thunder. That's a 2. Congrats on 2.
Wow.
Get Thomas wowed. What? Is that because it had the word wow in it? Chaz, fix it. Thomas says, what is the Thomas wow? I still don't know what that is.
It's you saying wow.
Whoa. I didn't know we had a wow. We have, like, there's a lot of alerts. They're being added all the time. You know what I mean? Thomas says, what is the GIF? That I do know.
Yeah.
That GIF is from when we played, what was that game? It's like the people that are gonna get divorced and then they don't. It's Better Together. No, It Takes Two. It Takes Two. Yeah, that GIF is from that. I think? I'm pretty sure. Spoilers. I guess it's technically a spoiler. Anyway, that was 640 bits from Ow, my dude. Thank you. 30 bits from Lunagazer says, here's wishing a Merry Chrysler, Happy Honda Days, and a wonderful Toyota-thon to you all. Cheers. I hope we all forward ourselves into the new year.
With a new car.
No. Us? No. Although, hey, I gotta give a quick shout out, hashtag not sponsored, to Discount Tire. I don't know if you know this. Discount Tire will repair your tire for free.
If it's repairable.
If it's repairable. You do not have to have purchased the tire there. Amazing. So I didn't do Starfield yesterday. And the reason I didn't do Starfield yesterday is because I really needed to deal with the fact that we had a leak in our tire. Because we're going back to Myrtle Beach. And I was like, I need to deal with this. So I moved Starfield to today. So Starfield will be today at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I went to Discount Tire because I had heard that Discount Tire has the potential to be free. And I was like, interesting. I don't know if it's going to be free. I don't care if it's free because like I'm obviously be fine to pay someone to do it. But apparently it would be cheap no matter what because it's Discount Tire. I was like, let's do that. And they have a lot of locations in Raleigh. So we went. I dropped the car off. I came back 2.5 hours later because they had a lot of people there. They were really busy. And the guy gave me the keys and the receipt, and he said, "You're good to go." And I looked at the receipt, and it was like, tire repair and inspection 0.00, and I was like, that's amazing.
We had a slow leak in the driver's side front. When
the guy pulled up the car, he's like, yeah, man, there's a nail in there. He's like, we pulled that out, patched that, filled her back up. You're good. I was like, incredible. So yeah, if you got like a leak in your tire, go to Discount Tire. Because they just did it for free. I told Alex that. I was like, apparently they'll do it for free. And he's like, you're going to get scammed. He's like, they're going to like replace all of your tires twice. Be like, you needed 8 tires. And I was like, on paper, I was like, that's exactly how I feel. Right?
Whenever you deal with the car.
Well, it just, I mean, yeah, it's the car, it's mechanics. It's also nothing in life is free. So, after all of that, I'm like, okay, this is actually great. I'm assuming the business model is just be good, and then people will want to use your service because you are good. Yeah. It's kind of like Costco. Like, yeah, people shop at Costco for, like, getting things in bulk, but also because Costco is, like, a genuinely good company. Like, they pay their employees well. They have an amazing return policy.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Good reason to do that. Hi, Tim. 1223 from Cheesehammer says, okay, this time I think it's accurate. Maybe it's kind of hard to tell. No calendar in the drawer. I've been heartlessly locked in for months. You're so close. You're really close. It's 2 days off.
Yeah.
2 days off. But soon. Pretty soon. Thank you, Cheesehammer. We got 62 months from Brandon. 15 months from Microwave Dallastair. 55 from RandyB213. And 3 bits from Microwave Dallastair. It says, the big problem with doc sharing is that 1, I don't have Twitter, and 2, haven't been on Discord for quite a while, and I'm not sure I'm ready to return. Maybe I could whisper it to you here on Twitch. Yes. That's fine. That's fine. I haven't checked my whispers in approximately, like, 4 years. But I will try and remember to do it after stream. And I'm not going to read any of the other ones, but I'll read the one that you sent. We can do that. We got 32 months from K. Crinion. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm glad you got the tire fixed yesterday.
Same.
Because I have to run out today.
Oh, you do?
That's what that phone call was about.
Oh.
I just gotta run and get something.
Okay.
So that worked well.
Good. Cookies are good.
Aren't they good? Mm-hmm. So I went for a bike ride yesterday, and it was the first bike ride where I struggled still because I lost a lot with surgery, like muscle and cardio, but I felt an improvement yesterday. It was
Good.
Nice.
Good. I'm happy about that.
Because I felt like I could have the bike on harder gears, which is good. And I mean, I still got winded, because cardio too.
Yeah.
But, like, it felt better.
That's good. It's nice whenever you have like a breakthrough type thing.
I mean, I don't feel like it was a lot. It was just noticeable. And I was like, oh.
Like last December.
It's so hilly around here.
Last December, when like I started doing the daily 30-minute walk or whatever, the first like 7 to 10 days was rough.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it started to change pretty quick. And I was like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Like there was, you know, definitely a noticeable change. And that was cool. That was neat for that to happen. Because I didn't think it would be something that like I felt that noticeably, but I did.
I mean, when I was playing DDR, I would notice that, like, after a week, I was like, oh, I'm doing better. Mm-hmm. And that has, like, a number attached to it.
You know what's very cool is that I played more DDR like in the last 2 to 3 years than I've ever played, probably. I mean, I played a lot in high school, but that was not on a good pad. I never had a good pad. And it was interesting to go to Boxcar,
Yeah.
where they changed out their DDR machine for a StepMania machine, so it's like modern and you can hear it. Finally.
Well, the day we were there, where they had that for the first time, there weren't as many people in there.
You think that had something to do with it?
I think it had something to do with it, but maybe.
Well, previously it was a DDR machine that you could not hear
Yes.
at all. So this time I could actually hear it, and I feel competent, right? Like I can turn on a harder level, and I'm like, I can do this. This is something I can do, and that's neat. I like that. I want to probably play more. I should do that because it's cold.
It is cold. I want to get it set back up for, like, rainy days.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could get, like, rainy gear for going out on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
But you get covered in stuff, and then the bike's covered in stuff, and the helmet gets covered in stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
It is.
It's a lot of...
So I could just, like, play DDR on a rainy day instead.
Yeah. I played a tiny bit this summer, but mostly not.
Brandon says, it will be a wet time. Ask me how I know. Yeah, he went the other day, and he came back covered in, like, gravel and, like, the back of his helmet from the water kicking up is, like, all covered in sand.
Sorry, those were very good cookies.
Aren't they good? They're so good.
They taste better today.
They're still soft, too. Like, they look like they would be, like, crunchy, but they're soft.
Food tastes very good.
I'm glad food tastes good. Gotta enjoy food.
Will you ever wake up and, like, you're having a really good taste day? And, like, things taste better than they normally would? You have that? No? Summer Noir says, what kind of cookies are they? They're the Spritz cookies. Mal made them on stream...
Tuesday night.
Tuesday. I don't know if I have that VOD out yet. If I
don't think so.
If I don't, I'll have it out, like, real soon. Because I have it on the VOD channel. I just must not have released it yet. They're very good.
Yeah.
They're good. I like those. They're not, like, my favorite cookie, but they're delicious. Just wanted you to know that.
Thanks.
Because they're very, very good. So we are a few days away from Christmas. If anyone hasn't finished their holiday shopping, for those that celebrate the holiday, raise your hand. Becca says I gave up.
I tried to do one yesterday,
know that feeling.
and I called, and they were like, our person that deals with that is sick today, so can you call tomorrow? So I need to call today. Because I looked online, and they do not have the online thing I need.
Yeah. Well, historically,
I'll call when breakfast stream is done.
like, this isn't the latest I've ever waited.
Yeah.
Like, there were many, many Christmases that I did shopping on Christmas Eve. Like, a lot of them. Like, most. Unless it's you. I don't know why. But if I'm getting you something, like, it's something I think about ahead of time, generally, and have figured out a long time before. But, like, anyone else, I'm like, I can't remember.
Well, I keep a document.
Yes.
And then what happens is during the year, if I think of something, I put it on the document. Which is why you were asking me about that one thing the other day.
Yeah.
Did you order that? I know we talked about it. You were like, hey, you have this idea on here.
I don't actually remember what you're talking about.
Okay, well.
But
Tokunut says, is the document your Christmas list? Well, it's also my Christmas list, but it's also other people are on it too.
Mao and I have...
And we share it.
Mao
So
and I
Steven
have
can
a-
be like, oh, you had this idea for...
Mao and I have a shared Christmas list, and throughout the year, when Mao thinks of something, she puts it on there. And then, like, if we're like, oh, this would be a good idea for so-and-so, we'll have, like, well, then they get a part. It's like, so-and-so, and this is an idea for so-and-so. And Mao uses it. Like, Mao has, like, things that are there. And under my section, it has and has basically always said, like, nothing. It's like, I never have anything on there. I don't know if I've ever put anything on there. This is the first year I wrote something under it. And I
Did
wrote...
you?
Yes. Did you see it?
No.
Pull it up. Pull it up and read to them what I wrote in it.
Santa's coming to
Santa!
What does it say?
Steven, nothing. I am free of all earthly desires. Shoot, I didn't mean to click that link. I wanted to delete this.
Haley says, yeah, your mom didn't like your list. It is difficult, right? Because my mom is like perpetually mad at me.
She is off today and she's watching.
Hi, Mom. Because like every year she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, genuinely, I don't want anything. Like, I really don't want anything. Like, I don't. And I told her, Thomas says, should have written $90. I could always go for $90. I told her, I was like, you know what? I was like, the thing that is good that you could get as like a snacks, go to the grocery store and just look for like interesting snacks. I was like, done. That's it. That's all I want. Snacks.
Leave Santa in awe with Tiny Eddie's Workshop Walnut Whoopie Pies.
Or whoop, 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 whoop. Those are bits from the Leaf 473. It says, Tiny Eddie, do you know what Grandpa George really wants for Christmas? I think he wants one of your snacks. All I want for Christmas is...
10 a.m. Santa's coming to
Santa!
It's too early for this joke. I can't do this. This is a Friday.
too early.
This is a Friday night joke. Workshop Walnut Whoopie Pies. Sorry. Sometimes the brain... Yeah, Renee says, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Renee. Sometimes the brain makes Friday night jokes, but on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, demons. Not right now.
No.
Not right now. Just save it. Save it. Someone remind me tomorrow. Then I'll do it. I don't know that I would want a walnut whoopie pie, to be fair. Like, I don't... People know, famously, like, I don't want nuts in my stuff. Although, if it's a nut-based thing, like, if the whole point is nuts, that might be a little different. yesterday, I tried pecan pie for the first time in my life. Alex made a homemade pecan pie.
It was very good.
And he brought it over and was like, do you want to try some of this pie? And I was like, you know what? Yes, I do, because I've never had this. Because I grew up not eating pie. I didn't like pie. And I ate pecan pie, and it was good. And I think the reason I was able to do it, like, I think I'm learning specifically what the problem is. And, like, I still struggle with pumpkin pie, and it's the texture of it being...
Baby food is what he said yesterday.
Yeah, like, the baby food texture, I'm like... Couldn't do it. Alex is glad you liked it. It was very good.
It was very good.
Enjoy this game.
Game sale. All Nintendo Entertainment System titles are 35% off. The new Lara Croft and Blasphemies game is only $81.99.
Man, I loved Lara Croft and Blasphemies. That was a great game. That was 1,000 bits from Statman. He says, Merry Christmas, you two. Have a game. Man, $81.99. And that's after it's 35% off. Some of you math whizzes can figure out what the MSRP on that is. I can't. It's like... 120 something dollars. It's a lot. It's Earthbound priced. Right? I think it's because there's a lot of blasphemies. So you have to pay for all of them. There's a lot of different numbers happening in chat, and I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that it is the morning. And the morning is hard. Oh, that one, okay, we got two of those that are close. 126.14 and 126.13. So it's probably that. Math is hard, man. Math's like... You have to think, and I hate that. Sorry, I got a lot of coffee burps now. Alright, we're good.
Did it help for you to, like, put your hand on my knee?
It actually does, I think. It's like, it's a grounding thing of like, okay. This'll
Pack
help.
your sleigh with the heavenly taste of Tiny Eddie's gingerbread tire snow globes.
You shouldn't make tires out of gingerbread. Like, I'm not an expert. I should have asked at Discount Tire yesterday. Be like, we'll come in and be like, what's the problem, sir? Be like, my tires are made of gingerbread.
I need gingerbread tires for my snow globes.
You got it, yeah. You got any gingerbread tires for these snow globes? Because this one's flat. And this one didn't bake all the way. I was just wondering if y'all did that here.
Put that accent on thick.
Y'all saved Christmas. I'll tell you one thing. I thought I was gonna be in big trouble. The missus, she said, you better get these snow globes having some tires. And I said, I'm going out to Discount Tire now.
I mean, that sounds like a... like a thing you send someone on as a joke. Like a... Go get some blinker fluid.
Oh, blink. That does happen. That's fine. That was 1,000 bits from Microwave Dallas there. It says, links have been whispered, and now Eddie will grace us with what might be food. Thank you for whispering links. Let me, remind me at 10:20 a.m. to whisper, unwhisper, check whisper, do whisper. That's not what I said, but I will understand.
There's been a few times I've done something like that, and I'm like, I'll remember what this means. And then I don't.
Now, blink in your fluid is certainly a thing that you can write on twitch.tuvalu. Tiny Eddie's gingerbread tire snow globes. I guess we don't have to talk more about those. I've talked so much about things. 56 months from Shy, 62 from Sephiroth, 32 from Sullivan, 32 from Valix Butterfly, and 300 bits from Jacebook. It says, Stylus' greetings? Wait, that doesn't sound right. Happy holidays, Stephen Amell. Here's a Christmas-themed 3DS question. Which of the following games was released on Christmas Day? Was it Ultimate NES Remix, Style Savvy Styling Star, Nano Assault, or I Love My Horse?
I love my horse.
NES Remix. Style Savvy was the real answer.
Aw.
Releasing a game on Christmas Day is a choice, right?
Yeah.
It's not a common thing, but yeah, that can happen. We also had 300 Bits from Alex Butterfly says, good morning, grandparents in chat. Happy last breakfast stream before Christmas. Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
I am still the sore, but I went back to work on Tuesday. This may have been a mistake.
It's easy to push yourself.
Good vibes.
Make sure you don't.
Yeah. Because what happens is like you do the thing, because you're like, I'm fine, and then like it happens.
Then you're
quick.
like, oh wait.
You're like, wait.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But by that time, you've already done it. So yeah, you have to be.
Me on State Fair Day. I was doing fine till we started to walk out.
You were pushing yourself hard. You were pushing yourself hard right after your September surgery.
Yeah.
In a way that everyone had to be like, stop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine now. Just wasn't as fine as it could have been. I need a haircut.
Yeah, you do.
I was supposed to get a haircut in November, and then that fell through. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't set up another appointment. Brandon sets up my haircutting appointments because Brandon, at least to the salon, is my secretary, and I refuse to like
do it yourself.
I refuse to do it myself, but also I refuse to like tell them otherwise because that entire situation is very fun and funny for me, and I just really appreciate Brandon doing it, so I don't have to deal with it. Yeah, don't break the illusion. Absolutely not. But because I didn't do that, I might ask my mom to cut my hair, like whenever I get home. I haven't asked her yet, although she's watching. So, if you don't mind, Slick Duke says that's your gift. That's a great gift. It's a great gift. I don't tend to notice. Jess says next time you're in, they'll be like, Brandon's doing such a bad job letting his hair get this long. Yeah, I don't tend to notice that my hair is long.
It was long in November.
Until Alex had taken a photo of me
You better
yesterday.
do something for Secretary's Day.
I should. I really should. Alex took a photo of me yesterday, and I saw the photo, and that's when I was like, oh, my hair's long.
Yeah.
Like, I can see myself now on stream, and I don't think that. But in a photo, I was like, huh. When did my hair get so long? Apparently, a little bit ago. Anyway. Oh, yeah, this is a funny bit. Haley said, I showed my hairstylist some of people's nice comments and fan art of my Extra Life hair, and she got emotional that people were drawing her art. It was extremely sweet. Haley told us that yesterday, and I really love that.
Can you scroll up a second?
All hair credit goes to my stylist, because every time I tell her to do whatever she wants, she kills it.
Okay.
Brandon Roach shoots video every day, sees photo. It's just different. I don't know how to explain that. It's just different. It is. I think it's fun to inundate a new person to the concept of Extra Life and like the nuances and specificities that are attached to that.
Yeah.
Because when you're explaining it, you're like, oh, okay, well, there's this charity event. Oh, that's really cool. It's a video game charity event. Oh, that's neat. It's a video game charity event where we stream specific video games from 20-year-old consoles that change every 30 minutes that people can vote on with their money. And it goes for like 20 hours. And it's like, oh. Also, there are a lot of artists that do fan art of the event and they draw us and therefore have drawn your hairstyle. And that's great. Haley says, I just say it was a charity event with my friends. I generally try to, I mean, I'm usually not in a position where I'm talking about Extra Life in like public life. But I almost always, anything related to my job, I try to simplify as much as possible.
Yes. It is difficult.
People are like, what do you do for work? And I have to immediately assess the situation and be like, who are you? What is this? What do you need to know? So it can run the gamut between, like, I do YouTube and Twitch stuff to...
I'm an accountant.
Like, I am an accountant.
No one asks you any questions when you say you're an accountant.
I have told people I'm an accountant. I have used that. That is very much like when I don't want to deal with the question. I'm like, I'm an accountant. Oh, okay. Stops. You do have to think about, like, will I see this person again? Lunar Gazer says, you look like an accountant. Do I? Perfect. This is perfect. I'm glad that I'm giving off accountant vibes. I think today I'm giving off accountant vibes. I'm wearing, like, a button-up shirt. If I was wearing, like a Mario t-shirt, I feel like that does change the vibes a lot. But, like, right now I'm like, hello, it's me, an accountant. I've looked at your money, and your dollars are going up. I think you should move this money to this thing.
See, what's so funny, I think, about, like, using accountant specifically for, like, what we do is when, like, we talk to people who actually know that.
Yeah.
It's like, they're like...
Accountant says... Statman says an accountant is not a financial planner. Yes, I also do financial planning on the side. This is why I can't talk about anything related to the accountant. I can only say I'm an accountant and then not answer any questions.
8 a.m. Santa's coming to
Santa!
The other thing you could do is if people ask you any further questions, be like, no. I don't like to talk about work. And they'll be like, I understand. I don't want to talk about work. We don't talk about work. My specialty is conflicts of interest in multiple senses. Perfect. 300 bits from Will Peters says, here's an idea for a place at the disco-only mall. Gacy's is like Macy's. I forget there's a disco-only mall. I don't. I forget that that's a thing. An accountant could calculate game discounts. Chess says, I mean, there isn't. I really, when is disc only? It's like a while from now. I give disc only no thought at all prior to doing the show, like ever. Like I do not think about disc only. It does not enter my brain. The only time I think about disc only is when I sit down moments before I start it, and then I press the button and whatever comes out of my mouth, which is almost clearly all nonsensical and fictional, comes out of my mouth, and then I end the show, and then I don't think about it again for another month. That's it. That's the show. Brandon says the next disc only is in February 2026. I think that's correct. Yeah. Haley, yes, Haley helps sometimes. It's true. There have been moments where during disc only, like I'm just like, Haley, give me a topic, and I will forcefully inject it into the show, and she has, and I do. And it's very fun. I enjoy that very much.
8 a.m. Santa's coming to
Santa!
JLiveX says that explains a lot. There you go. 300 bits of Alex Butterfly says this just in: Steven hates Christmas and disc only. Whatever. Anyway, Renee says he talks when he isn't falling asleep. I've done a pretty good job at getting some sleep
Lately. Yeah.
I've been feeling pretty good. And that's good.
Last night you got woke up by Kitty.
Yeah, well, you know how... Okay. Oh, I have an update, because on Tuesday I was talking about this. So on Tuesday I was talking about the fact that we have the pet feeder, and the pet feeder, I've learned recently, doesn't always go off, which is a horrifying thought. Because occasionally, like, we're away from the house and I need the cat feeder to go off and feed the cat. So that's bad. What happens is it gets, like, stuck. Right? Like, the thing isn't turning when it's supposed to, and it'll try, and then it'll give up. So that's bad. So I spent a fair bit of time researching this, because I was like, I need to find something that'll work, because, like, I have to be able to trust this. You know, even for, like, Christmas, like, no one's going to be in Raleigh. The feeder has to feed Kepler for 2 days, so, like, this needs to work. And after spending a fair bit of time researching it, the thing that I concluded is that there is no good choice. There is no good choice. Because even on the stuff that is highly rated, even on the stuff that is more expensive, if you go in and you look at the 3-star reviews, it's the same thing. There's people that are like, stop dispensing food. And I was like, crap. In fact, the best option that I found, I ran across one. It was like, this one has a double whatever specially made for, like, to not get stuck. Like, it's a special thing that was made to not get stuck. It's the one I bought! So you know what I did? I bought another one.
How old is ours?
I bought another. It's 2.5 years old. From reading the things about these pet feeders, there's a lot of people that only get a year out of them because the motors burn out, more or less. Like, they get stuck and they burn out. So if you've done better than a year on any of your pet feeders, because I know some other people have, like, the automatic feeders. If you've done better than that, like, you did good. We've had this one for 2.5 years. And like Vagabond says, it did survive 2 moves. So, like, that's good.
Yeah.
Dane says, surely you can just clean it. I mean, maybe. But also, I have trust issues with it now. So I'm like, I don't know. To me, I was like, it's because they're not terribly expensive products anyway. So I'm like, I'll be happy that I got 2.5 years out of this and get a new one. I may try to still clean up this one and see if I can get it semi-functional. And if I can, then I would give it to my parents to use for, like, Rocco. Because that would just be, like, an assist in the day. Like, you wouldn't have to give him food because it would just go off on its own. But, like, they're home. We leave, so I really need that to work. Anyway, I just wanted everyone to know my hell. Because I was like, certainly there's, like, a good product. There's not. It's this one. Because on Tuesday, I was like, I think I'm going to take that off the Amazon list. And, like, now I'm like, I guess I'll keep it on. It's the best option that I could find. The only alternative is probably, like, trying to build your own.
I mean, the one Carly has for cat is a fish feeder for, like, pond fish. And she's, like, wired it up with, like, PVC pipe. And, like, that's kind of industrial of a solution.
Yeah. I do feel...
When she did that, something like this did not exist on the market.
One thing that I do think is true is that this tends to happen when the feeder has been...
Filled completely?
Filled. So, like, I think what's happening is that over time, it's more difficult for the thing to turn with the weight.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. Because the feeder doesn't seem to have problems if it's kept at, like... Lower capacity. Like, if you keep it to, like, a third of the whole capacity, it seems fine. I don't think I've ever had any problems with that. But, like, what's the point of having a tank this big if you can only fill it up this much? So, that's not really ideal. And, you know, if we take another trip where we're going to be out of town for, like, a while, like, I need it to work. I need it to work. Anyway. Paul says, set up progressively more difficult food puzzles for Kepler to solve so he solves a new one each meal for 2 days. love my son. But the circle now squared followed up with, I don't know that my son is smart enough to do that.
He's getting wise to medicine, though.
Yeah. He doesn't like...
No.
He's starting to get to the point where, like, he doesn't really want to be in the kitchen in, like, the morning, afternoon.
Because he knows there's a pill.
He knows that there's a pill. And, like, if I'm feeding him, like, I do not pill him. Like, I do my best to, like, hide the pill. But Mal will pill him. And I think it only takes, like, a few times, and he's like, I don't want to be in the kitchen. So, in the mornings, if I'm going to feed him and, like, even hide his pill, I have to come up and pick him up and carry him downstairs and give him the stuff, so...
Haley says there's pill shooters for pets you can get. We have one of them.
Yeah, do you use that?
No. I'm fast enough. It's just... Doop, doop, doop.
Would a pill shooter make it easier?
I've tried the pill shooter. I'm faster.
Okay.
Also, the pill doesn't come out of our pill shooter very well. And we got the nice one.
Oh.
It's the way it's shaped or something.
Anyway.
The trick is just to get it as far back in the mouth as you can. Chess says, I'm also better at pilling by hand than using a shooter for cough. I might use it for the other two.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate all of that.
I know.
Pilling in animals is hard. If you have an animal that, like, will take a pill pocket or whatever, that's great. Count your blessings. That worked on Kepler for only
like 4 days.
I was gonna say like 2 weeks, but yeah. And then he was like, I'm never gonna eat these again. And every once in a while I'll try one again, and he's like, no. Absolutely not. Like, I'm not gonna... I know this is a trick. And the thing is, it would work if the pills didn't taste bad.
Yeah, these pills taste really bad, I hear.
These pills taste bad. And we've asked the vet about,
do we have compounding options?
And he's like, nope.
Not with
I'm
this?
I'm like, great. The pill can't be compounded because of the oxygenation of the pill ruins the something. It's like one of the medicines that, like, you can't do that. And I'm like, cool. Great. Slather and True. I've tried that. That can work like 50% of the time. Yeah. Captain Gazpacho says, when my cat was fixed, we tried to mix her pain meds into wet food, which she ate around. But when I just handed her the pill, she just lapped it up without a fight. There was a part of me that wondered, and I have no idea if this would work. It probably wouldn't. Part of me wondered if it would be possible to, like, present the pill to the cat, give the cat, like, a moment to, like, eat it, and then pill the cat. And then if you kept doing that, if the cat would eventually be like, I don't want to get pilled, so I'll just eat the pill. And, like, I feel like a human would pick up on that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the cat will. No. Maybe some cats would. But I don't think Kepler would. I think Kepler would just continue to be, like, not happy about any of the things that are happening. It's fine. I'm working on it. I'm working on it the best I can. Let's talk about things that are happening today, because there are one thing.
There's two things. This happened. Breakfast stream.
Oh.
Christmas beans.
Here, have Christmas beans. These beans are not Christmas beans, technically. They're still from November. Because I have still not gotten the December 1st vlog done. There's a lot of internal screaming that's been happening in the house. Although, to be fair, there's been a lot of, like, IRL stuff that came up out of nowhere that I've had to deal with. Yeah, that was fun. What was I doing?
You were
I was doing this.
Yeah.
Give me a moment to do this. I do have a vlog. I think. I think.
No.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at the top one.
Yeah, I do. Okay. All right. November 29th is out. I've started editing November 30th, which is, some of you may be familiar with the calendar, the last day of November. So, soon I'll be broken back into the month that I need to be in. Yeah, it's never a fun thing to be 3 weeks behind. That's not a good. That's a bad.
Yeah.
Stephen George's brain is like never thrilled about that. But it's fine. I'm trying to. One thing that has been a big discussion in the house and also with some friends is that I have always done a very bad job of being kind to myself. I'm not good at it. Very bad at it. So one of the things I've been trying...
You are very bad at it.
Very bad at it. So one of the things I've been working on is trying to forgive myself and allow myself to just be okay with the things that are occurring. Like, to try and be understanding. It's like, there's a bunch of stuff that came up. I'm still struggling to catch up from, like, Extra Life. Like, November had a lot of things in it. There was a lot of things that happened in November. Like, I'm trying to, like, just be like, it's okay. Because historically what I would do is go, you're bad. You're bad and you should feel bad. And it's time to spend, like, several nights this week staying up all night. And I'm trying not to do that. And I am not good at it. I've had an entire lifetime of not doing things that way. Some of you are also probably that way. And I wish you well on that journey too. It's my advice. Because it's hard. It's very, very difficult. Yeah, boss is be your own boss, but your boss is a jerk to you. My boss is a huge jerk. Huge jerk. Yeah. I'm working on it. Work in progress. To the best of my ability. My coworkers are nice. We had 62 months from Airdash3K. Airdash, thank you. Oh, and the other thing, Starfield at 1.
Yes.
Starfield at 1. 3 hours from now. Didn't do Starfield yesterday. Doing Starfield today, and we're getting close to the end of the game. I mean, the end of the game. Like, there's a lot of game. I'm pretty focused on the main quest. There's a lot of game. I'm pretty focused on the main quest. Main quest is almost over. So tune in for that. And of course, yeah, Zelda's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to finish the Lightning Temple.
Hooray. I've liked that one.
I have too. It's been my favorite.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite temple. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like, it's just, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I have too.
Really like that a lot. The reason I like it is because you walk around with a torch. It's our third temple. We haven't been to Fishland yet. Fishland will be the last place we go.
Fishland.
I love Fishland. Jay Lineback also asked, how did Mario Kart 8 go?
Great.
You can find out for yourself. The VOD is out.
It went great.
We did not wait to release it. It is out on StephenVOD. If you missed it from Tuesday, you should watch it. It is very good. It's very good. And Mal and I haven't touched Mario Kart in years, and, like, we're pretty evenly matched.
It was fun.
There's a lot of drama. Things are very close. So, check it out. It's a good VOD. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. Yes, there will be edited versions on Plays. Yeah. You can watch the VOD now if you want. The edited versions on Plays won't be out until January, because Dan already has the rest of December scheduled. So if you want to watch it, like, episodically as cups, like the 4 tracks to a cup, you can wait. But if you want to watch it now, like, you can. It's on the VOD channel. I didn't want to make people wait. Yeah, that's it. I'll be back in 3 hours for Starfield. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see some of y'all tomorrow night.
For Zelda.
For Zelda. It's like a holiday Zelda. Because it's so...
Paul said that there's some
close.
holiday-themed cooking. And he thinks the timing is right.
Oh!
So
That's neat.
maybe we'll see some of those tomorrow.
That would be cool. All right. I released the vlog, so like, go watch the vlog. Do we have a raid message for the vlog? What's a thing that was said today? Did we say any words today? Did we say like? We probably said something. You said a lot of words.
You did.
Just go write Santa in all caps. Whoopie pie. That's a Friday thing. Just write Santa in all caps. Perfect. Because everyone will be like, what does this have anything? The vlog is about the fact that I've had like a stomach ache for weeks. And people will be like, what? What? Santa! Perfect. Do that. All right. Go do that. But also have a post-screen dome today. Because it's been a while. And I feel bad.